I'm Greta.
And I'm Scott, and we're the board game couple, turning game night
into date night.
We actually are really excited today because in the mail we got a board game bento box. This is a service, for those of you who aren't familiar, that sends you a couple board games at random inside a box, kind of a blind box type deal, and they give you a couple games every month. It's really awesome, and we've really enjoyed it so far. Now, we actually, every time we get a box, we play a fun little game. And that game is, how many games inside the box is Greta gonna like?
I'm a little picky and kind of judgmental about my games when I first get them. So it's usually not a high number. But, so, Scott, what's your prediction for today?
Since I believe last month they told us that the theme of this box is Showdown, and that's not direct conflict games are not something that you really enjoy.
If you've been watching our episodes so far, you already know that.
I'm gonna guess 0. I'm gonna think that you're not gonna like anything in there.
Yeah, I think that 0 is a good chance, but just because I feel like we should pick different numbers, I'll go with 1. There might be one lone game that I'm interested in trying. But little caveat here, this doesn't mean that these games aren't good, and Sky is usually pretty psyched about all of them, and I usually come around when he teaches me the game. So we'll have to see what happens.
Alright, let's do it!
Alright, let's open
Inside
it.
the box. And, alright, little slip on top telling us what we got. Alright, right off the bat, we have Sentinel Tactics, The Flame of Freedom, and Sentinel Tactics Uprising by Greater Than Games. Take control of one or more heroes or villains, each with unique powers, in this game of super team-based combat scenarios. The Sentinel Tactics Uprising expansion adds new characters, environments, and a scenario book. This is a Sentinels game in the line of Sentinels of the Multiverse. I love that game. I have the app. I play it all the time.
So you're excited for this?
I think that's awesome. It doesn't look like it's a card game, though. It looks like it's a mini game.
Yeah, there are a lot of pieces in the box. In fact, it almost doesn't even stay closed right now, which I think is actually kind of interesting. Not that big of a fan of Sentinels of the Multiverse, but maybe having some more pieces and like building more of a universe will make it more fun for me.
Yeah, maybe having it be more of a mini game will take it out from.
I think it might. I'm interested in trying it, although I'm not sure if I'll like it or not.
Cool. You want to read the next one?
Sure.
All right. What is it?
Alien Wars.
Oh, all right. That's.
In this card-tossing game, to become master of the galaxy, you need to eliminate everyone else from your corner of space.
Uh-oh.
Then you can do whatever you want with the place. Skillfully toss discs to try and destroy, ideally your targets, and eliminate your opponents.
All right. Well, this is a They always seem to send us something with really awesome packaging.
Yeah.
So this looks cool right off the bat. I'm not sure. It says that it's a 15-minute game, so I imagine it's not a very heavy game. Kind of like a palate cleanser.
Mm-hmm.
What are your feelings on it?
I'm normally not that big of a fan of elimination games, especially when there's more than 2 players, because it's like somebody's just sitting around for a while. But it actually sounds kind of fun. It's in a way where it's not, you don't have to roll dice and you don't have to like plan your strategy. You're just sort of like throwing discs. I think that sounds kind of interesting. Like you don't really know what's going to happen. That's not a thing that most people are, better at than you.
Yeah, I think that the majority of the dexterity-based games we've come across we've enjoyed.
Mm-hmm.
So this looks like it's going to fit right into that niche. So that looks cool. That might be the first one that we start with.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to try it.
All right. Thank you. The Fittest by Dice Hate Me Games. You've been selected for a most rigorous, cutthroat reality competition on TV. Compete in challenges and work with and against each other for a shot at fame and fortune. You won't win if you go home alone, but don't get too friendly. You'll have to do a bit of backstabbing to emerge victorious. So this looks like a card game?
Yeah, one of the things I noticed right off the bat is it's 4 to 6 players, so we're not going to be able to play it without inviting some friends over.
Yeah.
What'd you think about it?
Well, I actually really enjoyed the Survivor board game. I know that was weird, where you had to vote players off of the board.
I don't even know you anymore.
I thought that was fun, but people stopped playing it because I can be a little vicious sometimes.
Which means that this is probably not a game I want to play with you.
Oh no. So now not only do we have to invite more people, but I have to invite people to replace you.
Yeah.
Bummer. But, all right.
So the last few things we got are some accessories, which are usually my favorite part of the box. They're really cool things that I wouldn't normally buy for myself. We have some skull tokens.
Ooh.
They're useful in a wide variety of games. You can track hits or damage in fantasy-themed war games, mark the edges of an area of an effect spell, or use it as counters. They are made by Dapper Devil. Pretty cool. I think we should use them in our D&D games.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I'm the skull face.
And then the last thing is pretty self-explanatory. It is a first player token. I like these. I think it's really hard sometimes to keep track of whose turn it is, especially when you're playing socially. Yeah. So I think this will come in handy.
And especially like as a way to denote that you're done with your turn if you have something to pass and say, okay, done, instead of sitting there like watching someone, staring at someone for 5 minutes and like, what, I'm done. What do you want from me? So
yeah. So, all in all, how do you feel about our board game bento this week?
I'm excited to jump into these. I'm excited to get into the two that we can play right off the bat. I doubt we'll see. I doubt the fittest will make it to the table anytime soon. But I enjoy the little tokens. I like these guys. It's another really awesome box. How about you? Who won our Guess Greta game?
I feel like neither of us did. I feel like I'm definitely in for Alien Wars, and I'm not immediately turned off by Sentinel Tactics, so that's better than usual.
So 1.5?
Sure.
1.5. You were the closest without going over.
I win?
So you win.